Welcome to Hunter TrueID for the personal enrollment. Wanted to take a minute just to give you a quick look at how the application works from the law enforcement side. So if you have a loved one who has wandered off or gone missing, and if that individual is reported to the police, here's a quick and easy way that we can use the power of the Hunter TrueID application to get that information out to law enforcement. So once you've enrolled, your information is into this shared repository of data. And that data is shared with law enforcement agencies around the country. So even if you have enrolled in your particular local community, the information that goes in, the image of your loved one, is shared out to all police departments who are participating in the Hunter TrueID program. So I wanted to show you basically two quick ways that a law enforcement officer, once they log into the system, whether it's at their station or if they're out in a car and they're using a computer, an MDT in the cruiser, that they can get this information. So let's take a quick look at this. So let's say that your loved one's name is George Washington. So a police officer could log into the system, type in that, hey, George Washington is missing right now. We need to go off and try to find him. Let me click on Find Person, and now right back in the system, I'm going to be able to see, hey, okay, here is George. Let's look at the details. And now the police officer, let's say right on the street, in their police cruiser, they can bring this information up on the computer and they can look and say, okay, here's a picture of George. Now I know the person that I'm looking for. And now, here's some other information about him too. His biographic information here as far as his height, weight, hair color, but also here's his doctor's information. If he's driving a car, potentially this is the car that I'm going to be looking at. And maybe he likes to go to the park. So we can see that information. We got the contact information. Now that's all immediately available to police officers out in the field, and it's going to really expedite the search for your particular loved one. Now let's go the other way too. Now let's really find the power of TrueID here. So now I'm a police officer, I'm driving down the road, and I see an individual who's just walking down the side of the street, maybe seems a little bit confused, I'm a little bit concerned about them. So I come up. The person can't identify who they are, where they're supposed to be. I know now that I've got an issue here that I really need to resolve. So what I'll do is I'll say, okay, you know what? I can grab a quick picture of you on the side of the road. I can load it into Hunter TrueID. I'll do a facial recognition search, and now I'm going to find out who that person is. So essentially what I would do is I'm going to browse out and I'm going to upload the picture that I just took on the side of the road. So now I've got a picture of George here. I just took him on the side of the road. I'm the police officer and I need to know who is this person in front of me. So I'll load up the picture that I just took. I'm going to click on Find Person, and now using facial recognition, here's the picture I just took. And now here's the picture of George that was loaded into the system initially when the enrollment happened. And I can do the same thing now. I can drill down in the details and say, okay, look, here we go. This is going to be George Washington. Here's his address. Here's who he should be returned to. Now I've got my contact information. This is who I need to reach out and let them know. So real quick look at the power of TrueID, what an officer can do with this, and how it can quickly and effectively help return loved ones back to their rightful place.